Beautiful friends, a happy solstice, beautiful souls. It is a time of renewal and a magical time when one side of our planet experiences its longest night, while the other side of our planet bathes in the sun of the longest day. A day that brings balance on our planet and can bring balance into our lives as well. It's an amazing time for us to plan our intentions. What is it that you want? Your goals, your dreams for 2024 and beyond. This is the day to plant those seeds, friends. This is a magical time indeed. Although, at the same time, my heart weighs very heavy the past few days. While a large sinkhole collapsed in the center of my heart. And I do want to thank all of y'all, hundreds of you who have left hundreds of loving, caring messages on my social media platforms. I truly appreciate it with infinite love and gratitude. This brings me to the following point, actually. A really interesting point. Gives you time to think and contemplate on things. As much as somebody may insist that they know how one feels, no one actually really can truly know how one feels. They may understand, yes, but no one knows how anyone else feels because we all actually process emotions and events in our lives differently. We all experience things on different levels, especially when it comes to loss. Loss comes on many different levels as well. Levels that are pretty much unbearable to everyone, no matter what or who that loss may belong to. The most important thing that people need in those challenging times, and there are many people across our globe that are experiencing tremendous losses, whether it be the loss of their home, the loss of their loved ones, the loss of their pets, which are still part of the family and our loved ones, of course. There are so many, too many over this past year, all enduring this during the holiday season. And what those people need the most, and all people need the most during challenging times, is just a little support and a little compassion. There are no words that can be the Band-Aid to cover that wound, ever. And again, we can understand, but we don't really truly know how that person may feel. So a little compassion and understanding goes a whole long way. With that said, there's so much happening in the world right now over the past week. Not even in my world, but in the world as a whole. Seeing some predictions coming true. Besides, I needed to take my mind off of things, and it is the solstice, a magical day, so I thought I'd bring y'all a little episode a little late, better late than ever, as my mama would say, and my papa. Mainly also to thank you all, and of course, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday season. So with that all said, we have a lot to cover today, some big stories and predictions coming into fruition, and some that may come into fruition in the near future as well. Starting off with that Iceland volcanic eruption, which Spirit told us that it was going to blow, and told us before it even became active. We go back months ago, and I believe it was the weather prediction. Spirit said a big blow would happen in Iceland. Well, that's coming into fruition. Although at the same time, I must say that it isn't as big of an eruption as I expected it to be. Doesn't mean it's still not ready to blow even bigger. So is this the one that Spirit showed me in the visions? Because again, honestly, I thought this one would be much bigger. But, Spirit warned us of several. So is this one of those several three? I'm sure it probably is. But at the same time, it's not the big one that I believe that I was seeing in my visions. So where else could this next big eruption occur? And, is it going to be larger? Or is this really the one? Well, we're going to talk about that today. I warned China just recently of an incoming large earthquake, and that came into fruition as a 5.8 or a 6.3 quake, depending on who you ask, which is quite interesting. Who you ask, they all say something different, right? But regardless, it caused buildings to shake while some crumbled after this quake swallowed up China's part of northwestern China. A shallow quake, which made it even more devastating and caused buildings to collapse and claimed over 130 lives so far. We are heading into our final energy shift of 2023, beginning the day after Christmas. So these intense energy shifts affect everything, including the Earth's plate movements, and will affect earthquakes and so forth. And I'll explain this in the energy that we're about to head into in this energy shift on December 26th in vulnerable areas. Throughout the year, Spirit warned us of different specific cyber attacks that would be coming our way. Since January of this year, we've been warned by Spirit. One of those warnings was just recent. I saw Rumble, the platform Rumble, which you can find me on Rumble, as well as Spotify. Download your free Spotify app today. So Rumble was down. Was it last week or the week before? And so that became a reality. Spirit said Rumble, and there were hacks in Texas and even in Hawaii. Spirit says that there are several groups that are working every day attempting to hack systems. So who could be next? And who exactly are these hacker groups that Spirit's referring to? Is it who they're telling us it is? Likely not. I mean, we know better. Nothing is as it appears to be. And we can't believe anything nowadays that media tells us, especially if it comes from the government to the media. So we're now witnessing both the flood warnings issued by Spirit for both the East Coast, as folks in New Jersey are being evacuated right now due to flooding rivers, and now the West Coast. Remember my visions of flooded streets in Los Angeles and record snowfalls in the north. Well, LA is certainly getting floods or about to get some floods, and now we're just waiting for that record snowfall. That hasn't happened yet, to my knowledge. Spirit warned us that this was all coming. But also Spirit says 2024 is going to be a year of water and fire. And I'll explain that, of course, today. Speaking of fire, I had visions of a fire in a high-rise building, in an apartment building, and I even pointed to New York City directly. And right now, unfortunately, in Brooklyn, I believe it was the Brooklyn section of New York City, apartment building was ablaze and hundreds were evacuated, or over 100 were evacuated. I think it was 140 people. Regardless, even one person is too much, especially with the holidays coming up. So some advice and some warnings for Spirit when it comes to fire today. Remember I shared a vision this month of seeing two planes colliding on a runway? Well, last week, this came inches away from being an actual reality. Luckily, a JetBlue plane was smart enough pilot to quickly pull up in order to avoid another small plane. So was this my actual vision and perhaps it was avoided? Because, we can hold things in the light and shift things and shift timelines. I mean, the CABAL do it all the time. If you're not familiar with the Mandela effect, look it up. It's quite fascinating. Because I remember things opposite of what they tell us today, and that's what the whole Mandela effect did. Almost everything. Some things that they show you, I'm like, I don't remember that. But some things I just remember clear as day. Like the movie Shazam with, what's his name? Oh, God, what's his name? I can't think now. I remember that movie completely clearly. They say it don't exist anymore. Anyway, moving right along about the future and the planes and the future of the planes, because this was a really close call. So was it my vision coming into fruition and being avoided, or is there something bigger lingering in the near future? I also had a vision that sadly became a reality in my home area, back home in the East, when a helicopter crashed in New Jersey, claiming two lives. I think it was the two gentlemen. Remember Spirit's warning about this accident-prone energy coming in. We're still in that accident-prone energy until early January. So this would affect planes, choppers, and all forms of transportation, especially being we are in the Mercury retrograde right now. Mercury rules over transportation and communications. So big time would affect that. And that's now till early January. So we're in that energy pretty heavily. With that all happening on, so is it safe to fly right now? People are going to ask that in the comments below, and I'll address that for you in a little bit. Spirit warned us to be mindful when we're out and about, especially with the holiday season shopping. To be aware of, pow-pow type events occurring in shopping malls or shopping places during the holiday season. This did become a reality, not in the United States either, where most people may instantly assume. It was actually in Brussels. It was back in October. But a pow-pow occurred at a shopping mall. We're just days away from Christmas, folks. So should we still be on alert? Is there something to worry about? Something to be concerned about? Well, I got some information about that today. It sadly appears, at the same time on our planet, There's so much hatred and anger going on and rising like never before. Starting with the evil cabal elite globalists themselves. They seem to be very angry lately. Have you noticed? Remember, and before I go into, these are the same people that we know that are behind the Georgia Guidestones and the depopulation agenda. These are the same people who want to enslave us and put us in the social credit score, those that are left over in their minds, why they live their lives. They want to close off half the United States so you can't travel there, but they can. This is in their plan book, friends. Whether you believe it or not, you can call it conspiracy, but these are in their plan books. And we can go back to their earlier plan books prior to 2020 and the bug. They put that in plan books too. And exactly the way it played out is exactly what their plan books actually said. You got to watch them plan books and read them. You can find some of them on the WEF website. You can find others, all over, like the Agenda 2030, part of the United Nations stuff that they put out as well. You just got to do your research. They put it right in front of your faces, but they know most people aren't going to pay attention to it. And when people do hear about it, instead of paying attention to it, they call it conspiracy. They know that. That's why they do that. And they have to put it out in front of us and tell us. But again, they seem very, very angry right now. And it never ceases to amaze me how angry they come. Especially when it comes to somebody like Elon Musk. It seems like they're very angry. Now, again, it never ceases to amaze me the fact that Elon Musk is always never able to avoid controversy lately. And now it seems more political than anything. Because Biden just gave the green light to go after Musk. And that's exactly what they had been doing, taking away millions of his funding. Millions. Not that it'll affect him. And it could all just be a show to make us think they're going after him, perhaps. That they also appear to be very angry at, Donald Trump, trying to do everything possible, including now twisting and changing laws to fit their agenda. That agenda, of course, is to stop him. But why so much illegal activity being used in this injustice system? That's what it's becoming, to destroy just one man, like they're doing to Musk right now. Why? You got to sit back and ask yourself why. You don't need to like these people. You need to like your freedom. You need to like the justice system that's become the injustice system. That's what you need to like. That's what you need to care about. You don't need to care about these people, but you do need to care about what's happened to them, even if you despise them. Because this is a sign of the times for all of us if we allow it to continue. They're angry right now, of course, at the Texas governor for creating that law to stop the influx of illegal immigrants. While again, they twist laws in their favor to stop previous presidents from running for an election. But for the folks of Texas passing a law to protect their state, they're having a fit about it, calling it racism and everything else. The people are angry as well, not just the elite cabal. People are rising up with anger. We see protests happening all over the place. Well, so far, wait until 2024 kicks in. Folks are angered over Israel, especially the recent incident that occurred with them taking out 3 of their own people that were holding white flags, waving, for peace, taken out. Folks are angered over the leak of the information showing that Zuckerberg is building a $200 million underground bunker in Hawaii, more protected than the White House in the United States. Zuck already has a bunker. Again, with more technology, more protection, and more weapons than the White House has. So why? Why another one? If you already have one. I forget where his other one is, but yeah, he has a lake on his own property and everything. Folks are angered now for some time over the whole Epstein files. How long have we been, yelling and screaming? When are they going to release the logs? When are they going to release? They've been held from the public for so long. But now, all of a sudden, a judge is about to release it. Why? Remember, diversions, friend. They want to divert your attention from things and at the same time, want to please the people in some way or another. So could this be at all true? Are they going to release this, or is it just a ploy, again, to please the angry public while, going down the list of people who stand in their way in some way or another by putting their names on the list, even if they're actually innocent? Because that's what's going to happen. I'll tell you what Spirit says about this in the messages that I received at the moments of the final moments of my dear precious Mary Jean. I'm going to share that with you. The first sign that I received from her soon after she passed, moments after she passed. Interesting. I love signs from the spirits, and I'm so grateful and blessed that I have the ability to see and communicate with spirit and be able to know that things are good. And to see people cross over is just a beautiful, beautiful experience. And then them sending amazing signs, even from pets. Pets send signs too. She sent an amazing sign. I'm going to share that with you again today. And I'm also going to share some scary truths about St. Nicholas and the truth behind this celebration of the Christmas tree. I will share, the Christmas tree story is really interesting. It's one of my favorite ones to tell. I'm going to talk about all this today on 2 days late, but better late than never, on episode number 26 of Tittle Tuesday Predictions Update. And y'all know what time it is? It's tea time, baby. Satnam, welcome, beautiful friends, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joseph Tittel, aka Spiritman JT, and I am grateful that you are here with me today. If you're new to the channel, you want accurate predictions, prophecy, and truth, then you found the perfect tribe, baby. Smash that there subscribe. Thank you for clicking the like button, showing your love. It takes a lot of time and energy to put out this content. And clicking that like button, that thumbs up button, gets this content out so that we can build our tribe and make it bigger. Thank you for doing that. And thank you to all the supporters who make this free content possible for everybody else. Whether you are a monthly contributor and a member of the tribe down below on YouTube, whether you're just a subscriber here on Rumble, Spotify, and other platforms, and those that belong to the Subscribe Star Awaken Your Spirit community, and the supporters who are making the 2024 predictions possible as well. Couldn't do it without you. And I thank you with infinite love and gratitude. And thank you for all the presents that I'm going to show you this evening. It is the solstice, right? And I
am so excited to be here with you today and wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I have a new toy.
How you doing?
I said, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
I just can't help myself. I'm like a little kid. I got a new toy. New toys, new things. Hopefully my sound's even better now. Even though it should have been great before, but maybe it's greater now. Trying to make my sound greater. So, anyway, down below you'll find the link to the latest newsletter. And in that newsletter, you'll find the upcoming classes and coupon codes to get early bird discounts. And I have a new website that you can find now at spiritmanjt.com. Now, I'm waiting to get it transferred to josephtittle.com, the old site, and get that updated. But for now, I got it at spiritmanjt.com. There's still work that needs to be done on the website, but now you can go directly to spiritmanjt.com, book sessions, sign up for classes, do all that. And right now, for private sessions with me, between now and December 31st, if you enter the code when you're booking online, YT25, YT meaning YouTube, YT25, and you'll get $25 off any session between now and New Year's Eve. So now, shall we move on
to episode number 96 of Tea Time, baby?
It's crazy that 2023 is almost over already, and I feel sorry for the calendar. I wouldn't want to be a calendar. You know why? Because its days are numbered. Dum. Anyway, with the Christmas holiday approaching, there are many folks gathering with their friends and family celebrations. But we must not ever forget that there are so many folks right now across the globe who may be alone this holiday season, and those who are grieving due to a loss in their lives of some sort. This is all the more reason to take time and take lots of moments throughout your day to stop and contemplate on the many blessings and miracles that have flowed into your life over the past year and each and every day. Those in the past, those in the present, and knowing that there are going to be many, many more that are going to come in the new year. Again, start that today on the solstice or whenever you're watching this video. Very important. Remember, your thoughts and words are the blueprints to your future. It's time to set out your blueprint and remember how blessed you are. And again, acknowledging those who are in a place of grief or loneliness or what have it. If you have a neighbor that you know doesn't have anybody, go stop by, bring them some cookies or something. The littlest gesture of kindness can make somebody's heart and holidays smile like never before. Today is the solstice. It's a day of endings, and it's a day when the sun rises and fires will be ablaze all over the planet. When those who still celebrate the magical ways and celebrate the old ways of our ancestors, many magical places like at Stonehenge, they gather throughout the night and they'll gather and they will all celebrate. They'll drum and they'll sing waiting for the first light of the solstice sun. A time of renewal, a very magical time when the first light of the solstice sun comes. It's literally our ancestors coming with it, telling us that this is a new year, this is a new time. And that's how our ancestors celebrated the solstice. They didn't follow the calendar that we follow here on planet Earth, the Gregorian calendar, invented by a pope to make Christian holidays relate to pagan holidays, by Pope Gregory II to be exact. Our ancestors lived by the astrological and the solar calendar, mainly the solar and lunar calendar, celebrating the solstices. And again, setting those fires ablaze in many countries where they still do so. Drumming, singing, bringing up that first light of the solstice sun. A very amazing tradition if you ever get an opportunity to participate in any of them. You know, you got to sweat it out and stay up all night long, but it's worth it. It's amazing, actually, to know. And when that first light of that solstice sun comes up, it's a renewal. It's the renewal, and it was their new year. It was the end of the 1 year, the light half of the year, and stepping into the dark half of the year. So this is also a great time to honor our loved ones and our pets in the heavens, both. It's a time where we shall really, really contemplate on all the amazing times we had in the past with loved ones that are in spirit and ancestors and those that are still here with us. Celebrate the light that's within us, the light that's all around us, and of course, the light of the very first light of the solstice sun. And a happy solstice. Hark are the bells, sweet summer smell, Christmas is here, Yuletide cheer. Merry, merry, merry Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, interesting enough, do you know how the Christmas tree came to the United States? And now, hold your comments, do not, there's always someone out there that's going to say something. Oh, that's not true. This is true. The first person to bring Christmas trees to the United States of America. And the story goes that this man was very wealthy and rich. And he wanted to bring the tradition of the pagan tree to the United States. And the church, of course, had a fit. You are not bringing a pagan tradition into a Christian country. So this man kind of tweaked things a little bit to get his way because he had lots of money and the ability to do so, and sold a gold mine. And turning the Yule tree, because it was the Yule tree, the solstice Yule tree, that actually in ancient traditions, especially in the ancient German traditions, they would decorate the tree with fruits and nuts to indicate, spring and the coming, hopefully celebrate a short winter, celebrating the fruits and nuts that will come in the spring and in the fall time. They would wrap the tree in a virgin white cloth, and they would ignite it on fire and dance around the fire singing O Tannenbaum. O Tannenbaum, O Tannenbaum, how lovely are your branches. And O Tannenbaum means O tree or O great tree. It does not mean O Christmas tree. They added that in there. The song O Tannenbaum is an ancient pagan song. Well, they would say pagan, but it was our ancient ancestors sung that and danced around the tree that was on fire and set the blaze, and then they danced all night long till that sun rose, singing songs like O Tannenbaum and other songs that were changed into Christmas instead of Yuletide. Because Christmas is here, Yuletide cheer, but now they say Christmas is here. No, Yuletime is here, and Yuletide cheer. They put that word in there. Going back to the Christmas tree. So this man who was very wealthy and wanted that pagan tradition, he says, well, why don't we decorate it with lights? Lights representing the fire of the tree, friends. Think about it. You light up your tree, right? You light up your tree. That's what they did. They lit it up with fire, and they danced around it. And then the silver balls that were originally put on trees were actually witch balls. I have them in my windows, actually, that reflect evil and negativity. To reflect the evil and negativity so it don't carry into the new year. The new year beginning on the 22nd of December. Interesting facts here. And they would actually fill the silver balls with different herbs and different oils representing different things. They would even put them on there for healing and different subjects like that. So this man said, well, we'll put lights on the tree and we'll put a star up top and represent Jesus or something along those lines. And we'll call it a Christmas tree instead. The man got his way, and he was the first person to sell Christmas trees in the United States. And his name was F.W. Woolworth. And if you remember the old Woolworth stores, that is the one responsible for the Christmas tree. I remember watching Queen Elizabeth talking about her grandmother and the Christmas tree, and I'm like, that is such a lie. That is not the truth about the Christmas tree. It was a Yule tree before then. It wasn't called the Christmas tree. Until F.W. Woolworth turned it into the Christmas tree in the United States. True story. Look it up for yourself. Interesting facts. Another interesting thing is, as I'm sure that you're probably aware of by this point in time, is that volcanic blast in Iceland that finally blew a gasket. Just as we knew it was going to do. But is this the one that was in my previous visions? Even in my channeled predictions? Which I'm due for a channeled prediction video, but right now I'm working on 2024 predictions. And I will be doing a live on Zoom and recording some of the 2024 predictions on Saturday. You can be a part of that and support that down below. There's still time to sign up. So check it out down below. There's a link for it below the newsletter link. Going back to now Iceland. Also, they need to be concerned, apparently, about pollution. Certain areas being evacuated due to the pollution, clouds of pollution that are coming. And Spirit says that there are several less than smart people, folks, that are going to try to get close-up footage of this Icelandic volcano. And they're going to regret it very much and become surrounded by lava. And the only way they are going to be able to escape by rescue would be by rescue, like a helicopter rescue. Except, in my vision, I didn't see a rescue. Doesn't mean there isn't a rescue. It's just I did not see it in my vision. Then we have this shallow earthquake that just shook the heck out of China. China reported the quake as being a 6.3 magnitude. But of course, the USGS downgraded it to a 5.8. And regardless of their arguments over the size and the magnitude of this quake, it was big enough to send rescue teams in and cause buildings to collapse, and took over at least 130 lives so far. They're still rescuing people and pulling people out of the fallen rubble and the crumbled structures. China has erected hundreds of temporary homes after 14,000 homes have been destroyed, and again, over 130 lives claimed so far. Now Chinese citizens are enduring frigid temperatures in the same area where the earthquake hit, and many of them, they don't have walls in their house. Some of the walls fell. So they're enduring these frigid temperatures while also mourning the losses of loved ones or their homes, or both, and even pets. So sadly, Spirit shows me that there is even more bitter cold that's going to blow over into China, while some of their grids going to sustain issues causing power outages, and hundreds are going to freeze solid. Hundreds of people. Maybe animals too, but definitely people. They will also, it seems, they will endure several food shortages in 2024, but in different parts of China. Some parts will be fine and thriving while other parts are going to have food shortages. And it felt to me as if their own government is starving them out purposely. Spirit says that this earthquake that just hit China is the first of a series of massive quakes that are going to hit the continent of Asian continent over the next 12 months. I'll have more in my 2024 predictions, I'm sure. A 6.2 just hit Peru, and the small 5.0 hit the Tonga again. So is the Tonga and its volcano becoming active again? Remember that big blow under the water near the Tonga? Yeah. That was in my visions, and then it happened. Well, Spirit says a second blow is coming. And this couldn't happen as early as the month of January, maybe even this month when we go into the energy shift on the 26th. A time to be very aware of. There's also an underwater quake that happened 4.5 that shook right beneath the Pacific, not far off the coast of Fukushima, China. Or Fukushima, Japan, I'm sorry. Excuse me, friends. Excuse me. Fukushima, Japan. So remember, Spirit warned of that area around Fukushima off the coast and has been warning us for a while that would become active again, and it has been very active. And if we go back, it's the area where the 2011 quake hit and caused the huge tsunami to hit Fukushima and the power plant. That terrible toxic waste that they're currently dumping into the ocean over a decade later, thinking we're not going to notice. As fish are dying and all kinds of crap's happening. It's sad. It's horrific, actually. You think they'd have... And, people about the aliens, why wouldn't they help us? Why would they not help the planet and stop that radiation? That's what I say. Or the white hats. Why ain't they doing anything? We all know why. We all know why. Cyber attacks, friends. Cyber attacks. Because it seems that throughout 2023, the media and even movies, such as the latest movie, Leave the World Behind, are pushing this cyber attack agenda and narrative. Have you noticed? But why exactly? Why are they pushing that? Because it's kind of interesting, because we all do know why they're pushing it. Whether you want to admit it or not, they always push things that they're planning to do. Again, whether people want to admit it or not. And they being the evil globalists, shove all their plans in our faces through the media and through propaganda. So we all know it's coming. See, cyber attacks are nothing new. That's the thing. That's nothing new. Cyber attacks have been happening since computers evolved. Every day since computers and hackers evolved. Since every day. Someone's being hacked somewhere, somehow. So it's nothing new. But all of a sudden, they're pushing it out in a fearful agenda type of format. Especially with that movie. We talked about that movie, last week or the week before? Creepy, creepy, creepy stuff. Symbolism everywhere. People don't say, but remember the movie Contagions? Wasn't it the movie Contagions? If you watch that movie, it's exactly what ended up happening in 2020. Exactly. Hello? Do you think that's coincidence? Or what about the movie White Noise, Netflix version of White Noise with the train derailment in Ohio that happened in Ohio a year later? See what I'm saying, friends? What about the Illuminati cards that show specific events happening? I got to pull them out. I got to pull them out and do a video on those. Good idea for the new year. I will do that in the new year. I forgot all about it. I have to pull them out. God, I'm going to be moving back into the office again anyway. Maybe even moving the set into the office. I was out here because the dog always had to go out, so I always had to be here near the door. So anyway, there's going to be a lot more with cyber attacks. And I see a big successful attack happening in Texas. An attack where they've already been attacked, but I feel this is going to be successful. And it's going to happen when it's very, very cold out, of course. It reminds me of what happened in Texas years ago with the cold. Remember, and all that horrific event that we know was purposely done? That storm that was manufactured to hit them on purpose? Yeah. I see something like that happening again. 2024 is going to be wild, friends, because these psychopaths that want to get their way and take full control, and they're almost there. What happens in the elections, and not just in this country, but globally in 2024 are going to determine whether they get their way. That's why we got to make sure that does not happen. We got to make sure that we get our way, keeping our freedoms and getting the freedoms they stripped back again. So yeah, more cyber attacks. I'll go into more detail. I would expect there to be something right on Christmas Day, some type of big cyber attack that takes out some type of system. Spirit's showing me some type of cyber attacks when it comes to the stock market exchange as well. Some kind of big thing with the stock market exchange. And I'm getting that information now. And I'm giving it to you directly from the spirits, y'all. Directly from my friends. Did you meet my friends? My friends over here. My friends over there. My friends over there. Anyway, speaking of friends, the weather hasn't been friends for some people, especially from New Jersey all the way up to the state of Maine. They are experiencing the heavy flooding and evacuations the Spirit said was going to happen before the holidays. It's happening. At least, it should all be receded before the holiday comes. Holidays should be hopefully somewhat quiet, except for the Midwest, Spirit just said. Except for the Midwest. That just came to me from the spirits. They're talkative today. That's probably because I haven't talked to them in a week. Anyway, I listen all the time. I'm kidding, spirits. I'm kidding. So, yeah, evacuations are taking place in New Jersey as rivers are overflowing. And at the same time, the rain is battering the West Coast from L.A. all the way up to the north of L.A. Spirit showed me visions of flooded streets in L.A., if you remember, and throughout California as well. I also saw visions of mud and rock slides and even avalanches from the record-breaking snowfall, which they have not yet endured the record-breaking snowfall quite yet. They will. But the flooding that's on hand and happening right now, that is going to definitely lead to mudslides and rock slides and so forth, without a doubt. And California is just seeing the beginning. The whole world is really, because it's going to be a very wet winter. And again, I'll have more of my 2024 predictions because it's only a week away, right? What's today, 21st? So what's the new year? 11 days away. So 10 days. 10 days away. And I'll be back again next Tuesday. And I'm sure I'll have more next Tuesday. Like I said, I threw this together to take my mind off of things. So you got to tune in to 2024 predictions. I'll have several different videos on the platforms going out with 2024 predictions, including something, of course, on New Year's Day, because it will be the 18th year in a row.
How exciting is that? 18 years of world predictions from Spiritman.
I know I'm corny, but it was still funny. Anyway, fire. In 2024, we're going to enter into the Year of the Dragon. Very symbolic, of course, of fire. And with that said, Spirit says 2024, fire and water. And that's all I got. I heard that today, so I have to remember to put that in my notes for 2024 predictions, which I'll be working on all night tonight and all day tomorrow and all morning on Saturday before I go live on Saturday on Zoom. So 2024, the Year of the Dragon. With that said, within the past month or so, I saw a fire in a high-rise building. An apartment building is what I believed it was, and I also believed it was New York City. And that has become a reality. Now, usually I would show you clips, like clips of the volcano and news clips or whatever, and good clips of things, and of course a clip of me saying that in the past, but I just didn't have time to put all that together. And we're 2 days late. Better late than never. But anyway, yeah, so that's, unfortunately, that is happening in Brooklyn. I believe it's the Brooklyn section in New York City. A sad story, especially being it's right before the holidays. Loss is always tragic. Loss is always an emotional roller coaster ride. No matter, again, what the loss may be, whether it's your home, whether it's your loved one, your pet, or so forth. The holidays make, and sometimes even your job. People lose their job before the holidays. That's horrible. That's a, again, emotional roller coaster ride. The holidays make all those losses all the more intense and all the more emotional. So again, prayers, love, and light go out to all those globally and perhaps anybody that may be watching this. Prayers, love, and light go out to you if you're grieving any kind of loss in your lives or you're lonely this holiday season. Remember, you're technically never alone. You have guardian angels, ancestors, and loved ones that are with you all the time, especially when you're alone, vulnerable, and sad. That's when they're around us the most, ancestors and loved ones anyway, pets and spirit. When we're having a hard time, That's when you can know for sure that they're at your side. It's important, and it's true. And I see dead people, so I know. Literally see dead people. It's interesting. So, I see actually another fire, more than one actually, fire coming from a much higher high-rise building. So this looked like at least a 15-story or higher building because it was coming out like high up. And I think we're about to witness, I truly believe that we're about to witness almost like a small string of high-rise building fires. That's going to kind of seem a little weird. Like, why all of a sudden this string of fires in high-rise buildings? Maybe we're paying more attention to it. Maybe it happened like this before. We just didn't pay attention to it, but we're going to see it in the near future, between now and probably early March, especially during that window of time. And I believe there's going to be, like I said, a string of them. And luckily, most of them, I believe, are going to be small and quickly controlled fires. But there were 3 that popped out strongly to me that won't be so fortunate. And 3 places popped in my mind as far as high-rise building fires and incidents related to that. And that would be Dubai, India, and China all come to mind. It's not just limited to them places, but that's 3 places that jumped in my mind today. Close calls and sky events. Oh, lots of sky events in 2024. Can't wait to share them with you. Specifics. Remember all the aliens this year that they threw down our throat on purpose because we're in that 7 year. The 7 year is all about changing your belief system, shifting everything. They do it on purpose. So you likely heard one of the visions that I talked about a week or 2 ago, where I saw a vision of 2 planes colliding on a runway. Well, this actually only came inches, maybe even centimeters away from actually becoming a reality. Luckily, a very smart and very alert JetBlue pilot pulled up his plane very, very quickly and avoided a very small plane that shouldn't have been entering the runway when it was. So was this my vision? Because my vision showed plane colliding. And it wasn't like fast collision. It was more like a small collision, but still, devastating. People, I remember I had visions of the slides rolling out, people evacuating and so forth. Fire engines coming. So no, unfortunately, there's more to come. We are still in Mercury retrograde. We're in the direct retrograde now, actually, until I believe January 2nd. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty damn close, that's for sure. And then we're in the post-shadow of it until probably like the 14th or 15th of January. Mercury is all about communications and transportation. And we're in that accident-prone energy on top of it. So, of course, when it comes to trains, planes, and automobiles, and anything, any accident, even cutting yourself while you're chopping vegetables on Christmas Eve for your friends and family. Be very careful, friends. Be very careful. Close calls. Christmas. Christmas is a vulnerable time. Vulnerable for the lonely and the sad and the grieving, but also, sadly, this holiday season's a bit gloomy for many reasons. And Spirit has been telling us to be mindful when we're out and about shopping and so forth. Spirit told us earlier this year that we would see pow-pow type events and other attacks on innocent people occurring in places like shopping malls. Well, in Brussels, that actually became a reality. They saw this warning become a reality way back in October when a pow-pow occurred at a shopping mall. And I do feel that we're very vulnerable. I mean, even the media is warning us, which again is a sign always, of course, because they always know something that we don't know. And everyone everywhere, some places even more than others, are vulnerable. So it's inevitable, friends. It's inevitable that we will see some type of sad or horrific events playing out over this next week. Huge events and maybe even huge attacks. What we need to do together is just pray, hold in the light, one another and each other in the light. That's very important. And not let any of these events spoil our celebrations. Because that's what they want. That's what these psychopaths and crazy people want. They want to spoil your events. They want to spoil your life, spoil your holidays. And we can't let that happen. And they want to bring you into that low vibrational level. You don't want to be in that low vibration. You want to be in, the higher the vibration, the better. And it's all up to you, of course. So don't allow them to be successful. They might think they're successful, but they're really only successful when they're taken away from our celebrations, taken away from those things. And I feel like actually next Christmas season and holiday season is actually going to be way more vulnerable, and there's a much larger threat in 2024 holiday season of senseless attacks on innocent people occurring, more than this year. So keep that in mind. I had two very visions to share for you. This is a peek into my 2024 predictions, actually. This did come to me today, and I will repeat it in my 2024 predictions, but I wanted to put it out today because I felt maybe perhaps this could be something that could even happen before the year goes into play. And that's happened to me so many times. And, because back in the day, I only did predictions once a year. New Year's, 17 years so far, 18 coming up. But then since I moved out into Arizona, I do this every week, and you know how it is, and things are much different. So we're always doing stuff. But, I used to have to wait to the last minute because I would start working on my predictions in November through meditation and trance and recording it, and it was a big process. It's changed because I tap in a different way, and it's much easier now. So I did that whole process, and then things would happen before New Year's, and I'd be so mad. That happened, what was it? A lot of things happened. I remember I had it on my notes when Charles Manson died. I had it on my notes. I don't know when that was. That could have been throughout the year when I first started doing YouTube. But I had it on my notes, and friggin' he died. I was so mad that I didn't get to put it out there. Lots of things like that. It's the first one I can remember, though. So here's something that I see is sadly, a massacre of sorts that occurs on a highway. I see an incident occurring on a highway system. I see dark vehicles and SUVs that first they pull over to the side of the road from what I saw in this vision. And from there, somehow or another, they block traffic by committing, of course, horrors. As people rush, in my vision, I saw people rushing, slamming on their brakes and trying to turn around, crashing into one another in an attempt to escape. I don't know where this was, but it seemed pretty horrific to me. So again, let us hold our highway systems and all those that travel in love and light, especially during this retrograde time, because that is, again, all about travel and communications. I also saw a similar type of event, different, but similar in the aspect of horror and horrific when it comes to movie theaters. And I feel that there's some sicko path out there somewhere, probably actually several, not just one, that want to be copycats of the Joker theater tragedy, if you know what I'm talking about, that happened years ago. And I feel that some of these psychopaths are actually of a foreign descent, because I heard like this thick Middle Eastern accent in this vision. And there may actually be 3 in that group together. And then even 3 separate crazies with similar agendas. Lots of crazies in the world. I remember saying way back in 2011, Spirit telling us, it was like 2012, I think, actually, that every year we would see people becoming crazier and crazier, losing their minds. We see it. Even the Hopi, if you watch my video, the warning about Friday, April 13th, 2029, and the Hopi prophecy. My Nibiru video. I didn't do it that long ago. If I remember, I'll try to put a link up here for you. But in that video, on that time period, that Nibiru's coming, I just totally had a brain fart. But anyway, going back, I feel like, people going crazy. So yeah, in that Hopi prophecy, I had a brain fart for a minute there, but my brain fart came back. In the Hopi prophecy, I shared with you, it says that people will walk through the cities like zombies, losing their minds. We see that in places like Kensington. Kensington's always been like that, by the way. I said that to somebody. They're like, look at Kensington. I'm like, Kensington's always been like that. For as long as I can remember, Kensington's always been that. It's just a lot worse, yes, no doubt. It's always Kensington. We always knew about Kensington. It's where all, the hoes were on the corners. It's Kensington, Philadelphia. But we're seeing this everywhere. We're seeing this in cities like Portland and all over the place. People walking around like zombies. The Hopi were completely 100% correct. Of course, they always are. So we're seeing this. And again, this vision I had of the movie theater is, I think, several different plans that people are doing in their heads, not all necessarily connected to each other. Like, I feel like, three wackos that are, just because they're thinking of it, it doesn't mean they're going to do it. So, Spirit showed me there's like three that want to like totally worship that crazy psycho that dressed up like a Joker. And then I see, what I saw in my vision was that I heard that thick accent. And I felt like there were more people there because he was talking in my vision in that accent. So he had to be talking to somebody because I couldn't understand him. It was another language, it sounded like, or it was such a thick accent. So we'll have to see, and hopefully it doesn't come into fruition. Let's talk about some angry people, because there's a lot of them on the planet Earth right now. Lots of angry people, including the angry elite cabal, who are very angry right now, because it appears very clearly that the globalists are angry at several people. And again, I remind you, these are the same people that want to enslave humanity. These are the same people that don't give two craps about you. They want to eat their steak and you eat your bugs. That's what they want. And if you don't believe it and you think it's conspiracy, go down that rabbit hole. You can start at the WEF website, because they state it all right on there for you. Do a little digging. We'll have to do that one day. Dig into the WEF website. We'll have to do that like a live thing or something. Sounds like an adventure to do together. We can do it together, friends. Together. So remember, these are those same people. And now they seem very angry at Elon Musk, who never seems to avoid controversy lately, right? It's interesting, because I think it's all just a show. I don't trust him. I've been telling you that all along. And they're really going after him. And they're really angry about the whole X platform, former Twitter, because of the freedom of speech. But it really isn't as free as they tell you it is, because there's still people that are banned and still things that get monitored on there. It's just not as bad as it used to be, and it wasn't run by the same political, last time it was ran by a political party, just like Facebook is right now currently, by the same party actually, which is pretty crazy. The things they do and the things they get away with. When will there be justice? Spirit just said, justice will be served by the Lord himself. Hallelujah. Amen. And happy birthday. Hallelujah. Anyway, so Biden just gave the green light for feds and all to go after Elon Musk for whatever reason. I can't keep up. There's so many reasons nowadays. And they just took away, $585 billion of his funding. And this is what makes me not trust him, Musk, because he gets billions in funding for everything, especially his SpaceX. Billions, he's a contractor for the government. I don't trust contractors for the government. Who is another one that's contracted for the government? Haley, I was going to say Halle Berry, but that's not what I meant. Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's a contractor for the government. Yeah, I trust you not. I don't trust any of them, actually, but especially that gives us all the more reason. It's not even a trust thing then. It's just obvious. Stay away from them people. They're connected. Of course, the connected people take care of each other. So they took away his funding. They appear to all of a sudden, look what just happened to DT, the former president, with Colorado. Now, what a joke that is. Now, again, you don't need to like the person. I do not myself. Could care less for any of them, actually. So there goes that. But regardless, whether you despise the person or like the person, especially if you despise them, you should be looking closely at this without hatred or judgment, instead with the judgment of our rights and freedoms of this country. Why is one party trying so hard and using the justice system as an injustice system to take down one person? That's just, to me, is just insane. I say let the voters vote. Like, give them, he was a president before. He should be able to run. I don't care whether you like him or not. If people don't like him, then he won't be president. Why are you worried about it? They're worried about it because they know he'll probably win. That's why they're worried, and they don't want him there because maybe he'll take them down. But I say to that, he didn't take them down the last time. He had the opportunity to. And people are like, he's going to be a dictator. Well, he's not a dictator now, because if he was going to be, he'd be now. He was the president before. It's just, the whole thing is crazy to me, friends. And it worries me for our rights and freedoms. That's what it worries me for. I could care less about them and all those politicians. I could care less. But I do care about the fact that states are going to try to limit people because they don't like you, and they're going to make up stories and twist laws and make up new laws to make it go their way. Just like they're now mad at the Texas governor for creating a law for police to be able to arrest illegal immigrants. He had to do something. They won't let him have the National Guard or whatever else he wanted there. They won't give it to him. Biden administration, no, they want all these people to come in. They want the terror people to come in and build their underground secret cells. He's part of it. JB is definitely a big part of it. Funded by China themselves. And you know how many Chinese are coming into our country being funded by the CCP? Not just United States either, friends. Doesn't matter what country you're in. If you have a problem with your borders, China's coming in with their little cells. And they're not the only ones. So is Iran. Of course, Russia will get blamed for it all. And maybe they'll be partially responsible. Who knows? We'll tap into that for 2024 predictions. But yeah, now they're mad. Remember what I said about the borders? And that there would eventually be a war on the borders of the United States. A war conducted by people and citizens that get sick and tired of it. Some crazy ex-military guy that gets so angry that he hides out in the weeds and starts picking them off one by one as they're crossing the water. I see that happening. And Spirit's showing that to me right now. So that's sad. They're still people. They're still humans. You know, we might not want them in our country because some of them are evil, but not all of them. There's good people trying to find a home. And just picking them off, that's just not right, man. That is just not right. I have a problem with that. People taking people's lives. So, but Spirit shows me that vision right now. If you notice, when I start swinging back and forth, that's the trance that comes in, and I go into that zone trance state and try to get more clear information. So, they want to stop the governor of Texas. So, what's going to happen? You're probably asking, so what's going to happen with Donald Trump? He's still going to succeed in running, and they're not going to stop him. They'll end up going to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court's going to be divided, probably till the last minute. But they're still going to rule in his favor. It'll be interesting. And even if they block him out of one state might be successful. Might be, Spirit says. One state, and it probably will be Colorado. It would make me move out just because of that reason. Not because I like the guy. Again, let's get that clear. But just because of doing that, like, what the hell is wrong with this country and these people twisting laws and doing things to stop people they don't like? It's just wrong. What happened to freedom? Let the person run. Again, let Americans be the ones to determine it. That's what the Constitution wanted. Let Americans be the one to determine through true voting. And that's every country, not just America, of course. So yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. And he's still running. I don't see anything stopping that man. And I'm still going to go so far, unless I get more information before 2024 predictions, that what I said back in 2016, that he would serve two consecutive or two terms. I thought they'd be consecutive, but they weren't. But, 2 terms doesn't have to be consecutive. He could also align with the book that we talked about before, The Last President, because if that did happen, we could probably count on that being the case. And I don't matter who it is. Things are going to change because this world's going to be completely different by 2032. Spirit told me that when I was in my 20s. 2032, the new earth. And I could see with the world events that are happening right now that we're coming closer and closer to that being. It makes sense. It makes more sense now than it did back in my 20s when Spirit told me about these things that were going to come. So the Texas governor, president, so they're doing anything to stop a president from running. It's just interesting. And now we have people that are angry. The people are angry too. People are rising up. People are angry, and they should be at what Israel did to those 3 Israelis that were waving a white flag. You know the story. I don't even need to go into detail. And that's just part of it. That's taking out their own. But look at the 20,000 that they took out innocent people. They just took out the last hospital. This is just, to me, they're crimes. What he's committing, Netanyahu, are crimes. They get away with it. And sadly, the United States is behind it, supports it. It's just not right, friends. It's just not, somebody needs to do something. It's just not right. It's just so raw. Turn the word raw backwards. I don't like raw. Don't like it. don't like it. People are angered over the leaking information that's showing up lately of Zuckerberg building his $200 million underground bunker. Remember that if you're part of I spent money on advertising on Facebook back in the day, so I feel like that's some of that money's mine. I should get a little piece of that bunker. But why? And in Hawaii, of course, where they just burned out the poor people of Lahaina. Nobody seems to be talking about those poor people now, don't they? This is what these elite do. They know that the story will pass by. They'll keep it out of media, and people will forget. Well, we don't forget. We don't forget you, friends in Lahaina. We don't forget you. Our love is there, and any support that we can give, there are many that are here and for you. Very important, too. So, Zuckerberg, $200 million. He already has an underground boat. He has more protection, and he's got drones, military drones, to protect his current home. And I don't know where it is. Maybe someone in the comments can tell us. I don't really care, but maybe somebody else cares and they want to know. I don't care. I don't care about Zuckerberg because I think he is put an F in front of his name instead of a Z. That's what I think. So why is he building this, friends? Why is he building this? This takes me and reminds me to tell you to go to my video, Billionaire Bunkers and Future Maps of the Earth. People still constantly even book appointments. Where do I need to move? Where is it going to be safe? Well, watch that video. It'll tell you everything. I take you to the underground cities built by the United States of America, show you footage of it. I also show you maps that have been channeled through by different people, showing what the world's going to look like in the future. Again, keep an eye up above. I'll make sure a link shows up for the Billionaire Bunker somewhere up above. And you can find that directly on my channel. So we have folks all mad at Zuckerberg. Remember, Zuckerberg has more protection, more technology, and more weapons than the White House does. Why? What's he so afraid of? What's he know that we don't know? I know what he knows that we don't know, and we do know. What's going to come with the planet Nibiru and the prophecies. The blue star, red star, Kachina. And again, that's in my video I did not that long ago. And the date that starts to come into play, and it's not all happening in one day. It's a process, but that process begins Friday the 13th, of course, of all days, April 13th, 2029. Again, I did a whole documentary, really put a lot of time and effort into it. So if you didn't watch it, please go watch it. And thank you for clicking the thumbs up button while you're there. It helps the channel and helps this content get out to others. So we also have folks that are being angered for some time now over Epstein files. I'd be one of them. Like, why are they holding back the logs? Why are they not telling us what's on the logs? Why are they holding it? And now all of a sudden, with everything that's happened in the world and people still demanding answers about Epstein, all of a sudden the judge is going to allegedly release the some, not all of it, but some of this files, Epstein files. So could it be true, friends? Don't count on it. Because this is likely a ploy of some sort to please the angry public that are mad and people that are demanding answers and demanding to know who's on those lists. And they're going to, again, this is a ploy to please those people, to put something out there to shut people up and say, oh, well, we did release it, while at the same time taking down a list of people that stand in their way. So I would not pay very close attention at all to some of the names that are going to be on that list. Yeah, some of them are definitely legit because they have to mix the legit ones in there. But the legit ones are going to be the ones they want to take out, along with innocent people that they want to take out that are not legitly part of that clan, the Epstein clan. So I can't wait till it comes out. We'll look at the list. We'll talk about that on a Tuesday show. That'll be interesting. See what they release. But Spirit says don't count on it. They're still hiding a lot of information, which will eventually be leaked out. Said Spirit just now. So, and this goes down through our list of angry people today, right? And, you know, anybody that stands in their way, they'll put you on that list. Elite people. Not that we have any elite people that watch this, but let's talk about signs from the spirits. So a song I always tell people to play when I die at my funeral, you got to play Stairway to Heaven. Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. I was a lead head when I was a teenager. I saw Robert Plant and Jimmy Page in concert multiple times. It was like a dream come true. Of course, they didn't play Stairway to Heaven, but it doesn't matter. They still played, and it was pretty freaking awesome, especially when they played with the Philadelphia Orchestra. Kashmir, amazing. So, Precious Mary Jean, my poor baby, I'm going to keep this short because I don't want to talk about it right now because I'll get all emotional and upset. And I don't want to do that on film because I'm going to tell you, all morning, all night, it's very depressing, I must say. But anyway, Mary took a little bit of a fall for the worst. She was having a hard time walking. And this was the 19th. It's 2 days ago. She's only 10 days, 11 days from her 17th birthday. She's had a problem with her bladder for the longest time, always take her out. But in the past week, it was constant every 45 minutes, no sleep at night. She was just struggling. And it was actually her that told me she was ready, which is interesting because my dog was the devil in the car. Like, she did not like the car, and she definitely didn't like the vet. We had to muzzle her at the vet. And she was a Houdini dog and got the muzzle off. She would bite their asses, especially if they tried to put any needle in her. She did not. No. Well, on the way, when I put her in the car, she was just so good the whole way, and she laid her little head right on me, like right next to me, all the way till we got there. And I must say that the Sedona Clinic was just bought by a new doctor. I forget her last name, but her first name's Hope. What a great name for a doctor, right? A veterinarian. And she just took it over in November. Perfect timing. Because when you're sitting there and you're in a situation through an end-of-life ceremony, and you see she's got her hunk of sage right over there on top of the water bottle, thought that was awesome. Even though me and Mary, Precious Mary Jean, did a whole sage ceremony before I took her. Did the whole smudging, took a clipping of her hair to use in the future for protection rituals and ceremonies. And when the veterinarian and the techs and your friend, Barry, God bless you, Barry, all cry with you, that's pretty freaking amazing. Pretty freaking amazing. What a blessing. And then as soon as I got in the car, turned on the car, Stairway to Heaven started to play. What an amazing sign. And let us move on now, before I get too emotional, to the next segment, and the segment we haven't done in a while that I look very forward to.
I feel like a little kid with all these presents for Christmas. It makes me so happy.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. You guys are so good to me, and I'm going to just show you all these things. But first, my friend Cheryl insisted that I open hers first. Insisted. See, I like to save all my stuff for solstice, and it is solstice. Solstice is a time. Oh, I forgot to tell you about St. Nick. Oh, I forgot to tell you all about St. Nick and the crazy stories about St. Nicholas. As I open these up, I'm going to tell you about St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas Day is celebrated on December 6th across the world in honor of the benign bringer of gifts. All right, Cheryl, what we got here? National Geographic, the new Big Brother, creepy. She wants me to read that and do an episode on it. Cheryl always sends all these things, spices, because we cook so much. Everything but the leftover spice. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Everything but leftovers. That's funny. And cumin. What else? Vanilla bean paste. Wonder what I could do with that. Can I open it? No. It's got a seal on it. We'll keep it sealed. We'll keep it sealed. We'll keep it sealed. I'm sure fat stuff to make me fat. Chocolate candy cane almonds. Cheryl's so darn cute. Uh-oh, what's in here? Christmas cookie soap. Cheryl. What is this? This has got to be something really cool. Sure. Jeez, Cheryl, what you wrap this up? Oh. Produce bags. I used to have these. When I moved, they got lost. These are great, so you don't have to use plastic bags all the time when you go to the grocery store. And you can always toss these in the washer and wash them. And I'm glad I have a pair because I lost the pair I had in my move. Oh, there's a card in here, and I forgot to open up the card. Isn't that supposed to be the first thing you do? Peace, hope, and love. Peace. What are you sending me money for, Cheryl? What are you, crazy? Cheryl, you don't send your friend money. I'm grateful. You're too friggin' cute. Hope your Christmas has it all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Cheryl. Merry Christmas. I'm going to put that down there. And happy Yuletide. I have this one. Let me open up these cards real quick. Show you these cards. Because somebody sent me this card on Thanksgiving. A happy Thanksgiving card from... where's this from? Las Vegas, Nevada. From Suzanne. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read it all. And I got a lot of stuff to go through here. But thank you, Suzanne. I love... Oh, and this was a while ago, and I misplaced it, and I found it. And I got all these seeds from Allison in Chandler, Arizona. I didn't know you lived in Chandler. I know who you are online, though. And she sent me all these fabulous seeds. Red California poppy seeds. Can make some heroin. That was awful. Orange California poppy seeds. Purple coneflower seeds. I love those flowers, actually. Love them. I have some, actually, out back or out front somewhere. Female ginseng seeds. Oh, that's interesting. And I'll be getting I just took my greenhouse down, and I know I'll only be putting it back up again in 2 more months. Chamomile seeds and hawthorn. Oh, hawthorn. That gets big, though. Doesn't hawthorn berries get big? She sent me a letter, too. And again, I don't have my glasses, so I didn't want to look like Grandpa. But thank you, Suzanne. Or Allison. I'm sorry, Allison. Future Gypsies is in the chat room, y'all. That's who she is. And I'll read this when I'm done here. I can't read it right now because I don't have glasses on. Thank you, Allison in Chandler, Arizona. I don't know what was in here because this could have been old. I don't know what this was. Sorry if I forgot anybody or missed anything because I have this happy birthday card. I think I showed you this already from Sheila with the doggy on the front. Sheila's in Canada. Thank you, Sheila. I just grabbed, and these ones I didn't open at all yet. All the rest I did not open at all. That's a pretty flower card on the front. And I see an Amazon card flying out. Hey, teacher. This is from Christina and Carmelo. Happy Christmas, Carmelo and Christina. Love you guys. They sent me an Amazon and a Cracker Barrel. I don't know where there's a Cracker Barrel. I love Cracker Barrel. I used to. I haven't been in one forever. I'm sure there's one somewhere. I haven't been able to travel anywhere in a while because of the dog, but sadly, I am able to travel now. Sadly, because of the circumstances, but thank you. But at least I can do things and travel for a while. Everybody's like, you're going to get a new dog? I'm like, nope. I want to travel. Peace on earth. Peace on earth and goodwill to men. Lisa. Thank you, Lisa from California, who sent a check. And I can read that. I want to thank you for enlightening us with so much information from Spirit. Thank you. Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. We'll put that over there. So much. Look at this card. This feels heavy. This is from Ontario, Canada, from Sheila R. Sheila. Can't open it, Sheila. You taped it all shut to make it impossible. Wow, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? That is artwork by Tracy Metallic. Tracy Metallic. That's gorgeous. A gorgeous piece of artwork indeed. And a very long letter that I have to read later. Because I have too much to open. It's going to take forever for this to upload. But this card represents empowerment. Thank you, Joseph, for all that you are. Angel loves Sheila. My sister has left with a friend for Peru to meet shaman. I told her you said it's life-changing. She is excited now. Oh, it's life-changing. It ain't fun. I'm just warning your sister, it is not fun. But it's powerful. And that's really what matters. And I will read this when I'm done recording and uploading. Thank you, beautiful Sheila. I have well, let's open up these packages first real quick here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Even my precious Mary Jean, she's here with me over my shoulder. Friggin' breaks my damn heart. It breaks my damn heart. So bad. Oh, this stinks like lavender. I love that smell. I love lavender. I have lavender out front. I have lavender out back. I have lavender in the drawer behind me. Cool stuff. This says, Merry Christmas, Joseph and Mary Jean. Love, Sheila. Sheila again? Is it the same Sheila? Magic moments. These magic moments. I am so grateful to have you with your spirit team to help all of us through the crazy times. Aw, that's sweet, Sheila. And I am the one who sent you the peace t-shirt. Thank you. This card's really cool. Check it out. It's a pop-out card. I love these pop-out cards. If I can get it to work. They're cool. Love a pop-out card. There it goes. Wow, that's awesome. Isn't that neat? Really neat. Put that over there so I don't squish it. What's in the little package? It smells like lavender, Sheila. With the peace shirt. Oh, naked. No, not right now. Not until I get back to the gym. That smells so good. Himalayan salt soap. And I can't see what this other one is. Hold on. Let's open it. Salt soap. Soaps. There it goes. Naked soap. Charcoal. And in these, they smell so darn good. Oh, Lord, they smell good. I thank you, Sheila. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Put that over here. I don't want to I got everything all mixed up and all screwed up. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Oh, you know, somebody sent me these. I felt so bad when I opened them because I only just opened them. It's like, remember, the road was closed for 2 weeks and I couldn't get down to the post office box. And I got these snacks, one for urinary health that would have been really good for Precious, but you know, she probably wouldn't have ate them. She was really, really snooty that way. She was spoiled. She liked what she liked. I bought her really expensive CBD chewies. She would not touch them. Soft subs. That's what they're called, soft subs. And it comes directly from soft subs people, I believe. A gift for you. We hope that these supplements may help Mary Jean's bladder. That's so sweet. From, God, I need glasses. Carrie and the Carrie crew from Carrie Durlin. God, I need glasses. Isn't that the name of the company? But yeah, bladder, soft chews, and there's another one. I have to find a friend to give these to. Urinary health. You're both bladder. I thank you. That was just such a very sweet thing and cause. So check them out. If you have a dog, maybe you want to check those out. Solid Gold is that one. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Precious would have appreciated it if she were here. She is not. Breaks my damn heart. So back in the day when I had my radio show, I would constantly get people sending me books to give them plugs, constantly to interview them, you know, which I did. That's what I did. I did interview authors and stuff, so that was fine. But I got so many, and you know, so many emails. Oh, I want to be on your show, and it's just crazy. I'm glad I don't have to do any of that anymore. I just got one the other day from somebody saying, oh, this is, it was a media packet for a psychic saying, we watch your show and she's the perfect match for your show. And I wrote back, I'm like, you don't watch my show because if you watch my show, you know I don't interview other psychics. Like, what are you talking about? So that happened. And so this is a long letter from Australia, mate. Australia. I can't read all that. It's very long, and I can't read it all because it's blurry to me because I don't have eyes. But it's 2 books, Alter Quest and Shape of the Future. Now, FYI, folks, I have ADHD and dyslexia, and I do not read books very often at all. But I do thank you. It was a very nice gesture, for sure. I'd rather listen to books than read them. I'm not that I don't read. It's just rare. It's rare. I do like to read. It depends, but it's rare. It's a rarity. Like on a plane, like if I'm on a plane, which I haven't been in years, I love to read on a plane. I just don't have time more than anything. Conscious Ink. The Hidden Meaning of Tattoos. Now, this is interesting. Now, I would totally dig this right here. Symbolism is my thing. Love symbolism. Yeah, Conscious Ink. That's interesting. Because all of my tattoos, who sent me this? Probably the author, right? Nope, maybe not. Even still, it's kind of cool. God, I should have brought my grandpa glasses. Enjoy your free gift. I am from Philly and have been a fan of yours for years and loved you up in New Hope. Love and light during these transitional times from Lisa. Lisa B. This is interesting. This is very fascinating. Because every one of my tattoos has a very deep spiritual meaning to it. Except for the very first one I got because I was 18 and wanted to defy my parents. And got a tattoo and got my ears pierced. And my mom said I'd regret that tattoo. And she was right. I did when I got older. But all the rest of them all have very deep spiritual meaning. And that's how it was for our ancestors. So this is interesting. I'm interested and fascinated in looking into that. Thank you, Lisa. And she sent me this book too. I don't know where this came from. But I just saw it there. The Book of Transformation. Book of Transformation. La 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 la. More presents, more stuff, more things, more beautiful gifts. Make my heart smile in a time where my heart isn't smiling very much. Where did this come from? Hold on. Oh, I ripped it off. Manchester, New York. From Sandra. Oh, Sandra, you're so good to me. I could be psychic and guess what's inside. I used to make everybody mad during the holidays because I always was able to guess my presents. Always. I was never wrong. To the point that they said I wasn't allowed to guess anymore. Like, you're taking the fun out of it. You're not allowed to guess anymore. I'm like, that's not cool. I can guess. It was my specialty. Guessing presents. Oh, shoot. Sandra just rolled out. Man, that's a heavy thing. Oh, look how cool that is. This is a big hunk of silver. But look at the cool kangaroo. It's Australian, mate. Well, no, because it has Queen Elizabeth on the other side. That's pretty cool, Sandra. That's heavy. What is that, like 2 ounces? 3 ounces? That's a heavy piece of silver right there. Oh, my God, Sandra. You are, like, way too good to me. I am, like, so grateful. This is your Christmas tip and a tip for the 2024 predictions. I am trying to avoid PayPal. I don't blame you. I'm actually, after the holidays, I'm looking to Stripe and switching to Stripe because I'm getting away from PayPal too. And right now my website's set up because that's the way it is. They have PayPal, but they do have Stripe, so I'm going to switch to that right after as soon as we go into the new year. And you're right. And we wish you a Merry Christmas. I was singing this to you. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I used to be in chorus when I was a little kid. Can you tell? Thank you, Sandra. I really love and appreciate you like so super duper much. Super duper much. Super duper much. Put that down here. I feel like a little kid at Christmas. I got a big package right here from my friend in Japan. I love Japanese treats and snacks. I'm not allowed to guess presents, right? No, can't guess. I'm going to shut up. Shut up. Where does this come from? This one comes from former student, client, friend, used to live in Sedona, now is out there in Las Vegas, Steven and his wife, Marianne. That's the plant they gave me when they lived out here. It is a Hawaiian tea tree plant. Hawaiian tea plant or green tea plant. Now I forget. I might have said that wrong. He'll correct me in the comments down below. I hope you and your wife are doing good in your transition over there into Vegas. I know you'll be back down here soon to visit. At least. This is kind of a cool little bag. Look at that cool little bag. It's like a giant stocking or something. Oh, look. Oh, people, you guys want to make me fat, right? Steven and his wife are also from Japan, actually. They live in Vegas, but they're from Japan. Look at all these Japanese treats and sweets and sweets and treats and sweets. And I can't read anything that any of them say, but I bet you they're all damn good. Oh, look, these are some matcha. Oh, I know that says matcha tea something. Matcha tea snacks. I love trying different stuff from around the world. Different snacks. Somebody sent me a whole bunch of stuff from Greece. That was awesome. When I was in Peru, I loved it. I wanted to bring back coca tea, and they all made me so paranoid. These feel like some kind of jelly treats. Thank you, Steven. Marianne, you're so kind to me. Can't wait to try all this. Read your card. I should have read that first. I'm so bad. I always read the card last. My mama used to yell, read the card first. Read the card first, Joey. Joyful Christmas. This is a pop-out card, too. I like that. That's really cool. Thank you, Stephen and Marianne. Love you guys. Again, I hope you're settling well in Vegas. And maybe I'll drive up to Vegas and gamble sometime in the near future, because I love a casino, and I haven't been to a casino in forever because I couldn't really go far. And, to go to a casino out here, just to get there and back, you're talking 2 hours at a time, and I couldn't leave my precious Mary Jean alone that long. I'm worried about her all the time. This is from Japan as well. This is from the kombucha lady, I bet you. My kombucha, she made me, I know what, I have a different vase today, my flowers, but she made me that vase, remember? I'm assuming it's the same person, but I'm not sure. Find out in just a second if I can ever open this darn thing. All right, card first. It's from Makai in Japan. The kombucha lady. She's gonna say that right in here. I'm a kombucha plate person. Oh, there it is. Oh, you wrote so small. I can't read all. Oh, I definitely can't read that. I lost. Oh, you lost your father. I'm so sorry to hear that. She lost her father. Much love to you and your father. Be at peace in spirit. And of course, it's been very sad for me, she says, but at the same time, it gave me a good chance to know about a soul and a spirit. He passed away. This means only his body passed away. God, I need glasses. I need to go to the eye doctor. I can feel he is always with me. Absolutely, 100%. Pets, ancestors, loved ones, always with you. And I am so sorry for your loss, Makai. I'll finish reading this when I have glasses on. And look at the beautiful Japanese card. Always sends me beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous cards. And what is it? Dearest Spiritman JT, season greetings and best wishes for the new year. I just hope you'll have a very Merry Christmas and a very peaceful, Happy New Year. Love, Makai. Aw, thank you so much. I love you so much back. And I'm sorry for your loss of your father. That stinks. I know all about loss lately. And you also sent me a whole bunch. Oh, my God. I'm going to get fat on Japanese snacks. What are these? This is cookies. Oh, my God. Cookies. Oh, look at them all. Oh, I'm going to be buried in snacks, y'all. Organic green tea. Oh, that's probably really, really good. Like, really, really good. She wrote everything on here this time. Rice crackers, sugar taste. Oh, you're cute that you wrote little notes on all of them this time. I love you for that. Rice cracker, very popular in Japan. That was the big ones I showed you at first. That's so funny. What else? Rice cracker, different version. Shrimp taste. Very recent released. You're very cute. Rice cracker, cheese taste. They're probably good, actually. I'm going to try them as soon as I'm done here, actually. First thing I'm going to do when I'm done here. Them, or maybe these. These are probably really good, too. Rice cracker, soy sauce taste, emochi. I probably just butchered that completely. And more cookies. Honey and soy sauce taste. Last time you loved. Yeah, I remember these were my favorite, actually. So actually, I'll probably have that next. And last but least, another little box. Oh, wait, no, there's another thing in here. Green tea candy. You know, it's funny. I was just about to order these because did you know? I told you all that. Green tea, matcha green tea and black tea, Japanese scientists discovered kill COVID and its variants. Neutralizes it. So I went looking for it, and I was going to order it. I'm like, is it really true? I really probably should get it from Japan or China. And she sent it to me from Japan, better yet. So I'll be using them to fight the bugs, to neutralize it. She wrapped this in a little paper and puts on there, "Hi, Spiritman JT, here's your Christmas gift for you. This is I sandblasted Phoenix." Now, again, if you remember, she sandblasted me the vase, the beautiful vase, and the kabuka plate. The kabuka is like the samurai dude. Really awesome. So I can't wait to see what this is. Does amazing work. Like, amazing work. If you have a shop or something, you should give us a link so I can send people there. Especially our Japanese people that follow me. This is a glass. Thick glass. And look. It's a rising phoenix. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it in there. But wow, it's just beautiful. A little teacup. I will use this for tea. Thank you, Maki. I am very grateful. And I think I hope I didn't miss anything here. And my table's covered with stuff right now. But I got to leave you here because I'm never going to get this uploaded in time for you all to watch. And you know, more than anything,
I really want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
A very, very Merry Christmas.
And a very Happy New Year.
And I hope all your dreams come true and Santa brings you lots of new toys for the Christmas holiday.
I know I'm a little corny, but hey, I got a new toy. I'm waiting until I figure it out and get other stuff programmed into it. Then it'll be a lot of fun. What's this? I want to know what these jelly things are that Steven and Mary Ann sent me. They look like little gummies. Blackberry gummies. Yum, I'm going to get fat this holiday season. I ain't got nothing to do but sit around and be depressed without my baby girl. But I hope that you all be happy. And remember to celebrate life and celebrate you. Be kind to others as you wish others be kind to you. And again, I thank you for all the amazing gifts. There's more stuff in my P.O. box, too. I got the notification, but I haven't been down to town to pick it up. So when I do, I'll let you know what it is next week. So again, I love you all. Thank you for the love, the comments, the support, and just thank you for everything. May you and your family be blessed this holiday season and in the new year of 2024. Remember, you can join me for 2024 prediction recording this Saturday. Or I'll be uploading some pieces of 2024 predictions next week. And I'll see you next Tuesday. So until then, remember, beautiful friends, again, be kind to others as you wish others be kind to you. And most importantly, be bold, be true, be kind, be you. Why?
Because you're friggin' amazing. And I hope you have a
beautiful rest of your day. A beautiful rest of your day. Namaste, friends. Much love.